All right. Good evening, and welcome to. Okay, there you go. Hello. Good evening.
Hey.
Yes, I'm back because people couldn't hear me. I don't know what was going on. Sorry, you guys, but welcome to Wind Down Wednesdays with Vitamin C. I'm back. I know it's been a minute, but I'm happy to be back. Tonight, I also have with me on my podcast tonight, Cherie Lawson. Say hey to the people.
Hey, everybody.
Girl, yeah, I was like, what is going on with my volume? People like, I can't hear you. I'm like, I'm really sitting here talking for 10, 15 minutes. But tonight we're
Girl,
going to
it's
be
like,
talking about. But anyway, tonight we're going to talk about the do's and don'ts when dating. Um, and before I get started, I just want to say, hopefully you guys have had a great week thus far. I have been very busy, but I won't complain. How your week been going for you, Cherie?
the same. It's been a good week, actually. Every week for me has my highs and my lows, but my highs have been high. So I'm really, really
That's
thankful
good.
for this week already.
All right. Well, you look pretty too, also. Um, well, we're going to
Well,
get
thank you.
started.
I just came back from church.
Oh, okay. Right, Bible study night. But yeah, we're going to get into it about the do's and don'ts when dating. I want to get
Yep.
started with the do's first, because I know the don'ts list is probably much longer than the do's. But so Sharia, I'll start with you first. Um, what are some do's when dating for you? What you think are some of the
Ooh,
do's?
what I've learned for me is making real time, like planning real time. I like real time, so I want to give real time attention to detail. I think that's a do during dating, and just really kind of having your eyes open and really kind of having your heart open too. Just your eyes open so you can see. You look expect the good, but don't be don't overlook things that are like red flags. And so I say red flags because it was like a big deal, but things that you can't live with, and then there are things that you could possibly live with. So just kind of, I say, put in the time so that you can see those things that you need to see. And I mean, have the conversations you really want to have. Don't have vain conversations just because you don't want to bring something up, wonder how they'll react to it. If it's on your mind to do it, it's a tasteful way to do it. And just be yourself. Ask what you need to know and what you want to know. And their reactions will really tell you a whole lot.
I agree. I agree. And that's one of the do's for me is be be clear about your intentions. If you like I said, if you're looking for something casual, then let her know or let him know. If
Yeah.
you're looking for something, if you're looking to meet your wife, or if she's looking to meet her husband, her lifetime partner, then let your intentions be clear. um, and I just say this: don't bend or break. On stand firm on what you want. You
Yep.
know, because sometimes we can get so sidetracked because we might like to beginning to like this person and we vibing and everything. But set those boundaries. Be firm on what you want. And what you don't want. Um, and go from there. Like I said, me, I really don't like to go with the flow thing. You know, I like I said, I just want you to be clear. You know what I mean? I'm at this age and at this point in my life, in most people's life, they want to date with a purpose, not just out here dating, just to, you know,
Yep. Past time. Yeah.
hey, Star, hey, Adora. But yeah, so yeah, that's true. Like I said, be date intentionally, if that's, what you want to do. Yes, definitely be intentional. Um,
And one more thing I was gonna say, don't be so stern and so hard on some things that won't make or break the relationship. Like there are some things you give and you take on, but there are those non-negotiables that, hey, If it's already from the beginning, you already seeing, oh, my non-negotiables, like all of them, it's move around. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
stick to your guns, like you
Yeah.
said, stick to your guns. But if it's something petty and something that won't steer the relationship one way or the other, you can kind of work out some things. Because, like you said, at the stage we're at, it's not, some things, are not really that important, and some things can be worked out because we have our own quirks too.
Yeah.
So
True.
just remember that we're not perfect and that person is not perfect either. But if their
Right.
imperfection is something that you just cannot do, then don't do it. Don't keep going with it. Leave it alone.
Right. And I agree on that. That's true. Because, like, yeah, we're not perfect. And I mean, I'm not looking for a flawless person because I'm not flawless, you know?
Right.
But it's just some things that I know I'm not going to deal with or settle for. And I'm not, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And it's some things, some things you can work at, depending on how big or small it is. Um, but I'm just saying, don't just, lower your standards or some things
Right.
that you didn't want in a man. And yet, you know, he, have all these things that you like, oh, I really don't like, but just to try to work things out or just to have somebody, no, don't do it.
And just because a man say the word marriage and he's saying all this and all that, that's another trick. It's another form of manipulation. Don't let him say, "Oh, you my wife," or start referring to you as wife and make you, forget, and get off track. That's a distraction. It's
right,
great for them to say that and declare that's what it is. If they've heard a word or they know that you their wife, that's great. But I need to see that I'm your wife. Just you telling me is not enough for me to say, "Oh, let's get married tomorrow." No.
right. I mean, yeah, you got to put in the work. It's like they
Yeah.
say, um, I mean, because a pair of lips can say anything, so it's all about action with me.
Yeah.
What you showed me, not only what you tell me, because a person can tell you anything.
That's right.
Um, so no, you can't just believe, you can't go off what they saying. Like I said, be honest with your intentions.
Yeah.
And another thing is, take your time. Don't let a person rush you into whether it be sex, marriage, relationship. Take your time. I
Mhm.
mean, you got to make sure you really vet these people. You got to vet. Yes, ask those questions that you want to know. I mean, if a person uncomfortable or feel like they can't answer, then maybe they're not the person for you. You know what I'm saying? Move on. Because but yeah, ask the question that you want to know. There's nothing wrong with it. Ask. I mean, because
Yeah.
closed mouths don't get fed, right?
You sure right. And hey, if they answer a question and you don't understand their answer, don't just say, "Oh, okay, well." No. If you have a question, ask. Listen, this is you making decisions for your life. You only have one life. Don't make decisions all willy-nilly and then you regret it later. Been there, done that. Like ask the questions. It don't matter how they feel about it. What they gonna run and tell somebody, "Oh, they asked me how much money I made." Or, "Oh, they asked me, do I have STD?" Or, "Oh, they asked me," man, listen, you better answer those questions because guess what? The same question you're teaching while you're on a date. You teaching them how you get down. You teaching them how you think. You teaching them that you can't pull nothing over on me. And then also, if you don't end up being with them, they're gonna utilize the things that you asked them and taught them on the next person, and it's gonna help them to have a better insight, whereas they wasn't even looking for that at first. So
Right.
don't worry about what nobody's thinking. You looking out for you. It's a selfish thing for you when you dating. To me, put yourself first, and if it's not serving you, date somebody else.
Right. Next. And my
Yeah.
thing is this: do men, if you interested in a woman, you've been checking this woman out for a while or whatever, or you interested and want to take her out or want to get to know her, shoot your shot. Don't be
Yeah.
thinking, oh, she out my league, she got all this going on, she da da da, she this and that. Shoot your shot. She can either tell you yes or no. I mean, don't be
Story of
afraid.
my life. Story of my life.
Don't be afraid. And don't base what you think or what you should do based off of other people's opinions. Because some people are haters, you know what I'm saying? Some people are jealous and they might not want to see you happy, or they might, so do you,
And if you had your sights set on somebody for this long of amount of time, hey, you causing yourself to suffer by not saying something. And then if you get with somebody else and you still have your sights set on that person, that means that you're mere settling. Go for what you think is what you feel is yours. Or I don't know how spiritual you are, or you got to decide how competitive you are. But if it's something you think you want, go try it. Try it. The key, my mom used to tell me that all the time. And in my mind, it was a bad thing because I'm like, man, I can't be talking to every Tom, Dick, and Harry. But her whole idea is the more variety and the more that you try it, you figure out what it is you want and what you don't want. That's just it. It's real simple. Dating is not a bad thing. Let's think about this. You got kids that are literally dating and they don't call it dating, but they're getting socialized starting at ages 12 and 13. And most of those marriages last, and they're usually in the families of the opposite color because they're acclimating their kids to the opposite sex. They're acclimating them to a lot of the things that they need to see before they get to the age where they're trying to get serious. And so a lot of us, I think it's a cultural thing too. We don't really get to date until we're almost basically out of high school, most of us anyway, because we had maybe old school parents or whatever, or either we were only able to see them at school or talk on the phone or something like that, but we weren't asking what we needed to ask. And so, hey, use the time during dating to literally date. You can date 5 or 6 people at one time. That's your business. And dating, whatever dating is to you, that's what dating is to you. Dating can mean physical, it can mean mental, it can mean whatever. But whatever dating is to you, stick to your guns. And then you need to find out what dating means to them and where you at. Where do we stand? What are we doing? Ask the questions. It's okay. Yeah. What's the worst they can say is, you're weird. Okay, great.
Right, or I want to answer that, and you be like, "Oh, okay." Yeah.
I'm telling you,
that's it. I mean, that's it. That's what it's about. It's about asking those valid questions that you need to. It's no sense of trying to formulate an opinion when you can just ask the source itself. That's what I truly believe in. Whatever I want to know, I'm going to ask. I mean, it's simple.
It's a freedom in asking what you need to ask. And then there's an art in asking it in a tasteful way. Just use it. Just go. Right. I don't care if you're alone for 10 more years. At least you're asking the questions you want to know.
Yeah, and ain't nothing wrong with that. And men, it's okay to text. It's okay to text, because I understand people busy at work, this and that. But pick up the phone sometime. Women, we do like to know that you like to hear our voice sometimes. So pick up the phone and call sometime. And it don't have to be no hour conversation. It don't have to be, but I mean, I don't care if it's just a quick 10 minutes, 15 minutes, just let us know that, hey, you want to hear our voice. Women do appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Some women are texters, and some people are okay with it. But I mean, like me, I like a man to pick up the phone. I want to know that he want to hear my voice. So, men, pick up the phone sometimes. Do that, like far as take her out on dates. Do that too.
Yeah, I feel the same way because I think, text, you can get the words in text, but you can't always nail the context, and you can't always nail the emotion or the passion behind what they're saying. So yeah, you may text, and I appreciate all communication, verbal, nonverbal, physical, whatever. But I think that talking is one of those things where you get used to their voice. Their voice could soothe you. You can feel like vibrations through their voice. So I think that a lot of that can help you to make a decision too. And then who doesn't long for the voice of somebody that they're really into?
Right, exactly.
So yeah,
I mean, because you can text we can be texting each other back and forth all day, and that's cool. But like I said, pick up the phone sometimes. But I mean, but for me, I'm like, if I'm just getting to know you, it's fine, because I'm like, it's still a way of communicating with you. I mean, at least you let me know that you thought of me to send me a text, saying to. So I'm okay with it. What we talking about, Christopher? We talking about do's and don'ts when dating. So
A big don't for me. Now, a big don't for me is like almost like micromanagement. Um, I don't know why I get so crazy about that, but I don't like, and I'm merely just going about my day, checking the things off my list that I need to, but I don't like to be micromanaged. And I don't like to, if I make a detour from what I planned and it's my day and it's my time, that someone makes me feel bad about not telling them or saying that I was doing 1, 2, or 3. I don't like it. I just don't like micromanagement. I feel like your time is your time, my time is my time. And what I do with my time is what I do with my time. Eventually, you'll trust me enough to know that I represent well during the time I'm away from you, as well as the time when I'm with you. But I feel like, yes, effective communication is a little different from micromanaging. You're right. But micromanaging to me means all day long, I've got to be on the phone with you, whether we're talking or not. And, turn by turn, I've got to give you an update of my day. That isn't as important to me as you telling me how you're feeling in the moment if I crossed your mind or something like that. But I want you to be productive and me to be productive. And I don't want to give a false sense of this is what's going to be happening forever, because my life is not conducive to that type of being, that type of communication, not ongoing communication all day long. It's just, I'm not that. Mm-mm.
yeah, I don't mind you, like I said, texting me throughout the day. Let me know you're thinking of me or ask me how my day is, or vice versa. But yeah, I mean, need to know my every move, every no, we're not gonna do that. Like
Yeah.
no, no.
No.
I mean, yeah. I mean, that's kind of, golly, that's kind of, I don't know, that's kind of weird. If a guy just want to know your every move, your everywhere about where you going next, where you going next, like, no. I mean, I'll let you know when I made it home, like, hey, I made it home, things like
Yeah.
that. But, like, I mean, just telling you, well, I'm finna ready to go run out to Chick-fil-A, go grab me some lunch, like, nah, that's kind of crazy, stalkerish, like, he's on, he's cheating and trying to keep tabs on you because he's sneaking and licking. Maybe so, okay. But I'm just saying, but if you are doing it, why do all that though? I mean, that's
But I
that
don't
don't
get
make sense
upset
though.
about I don't get upset about sneaking, linking, none of that, or cheating. That's just one of those things is I don't care about any of that until like we're at a point where it's like, okay, it's me and you. But sneaking, linking ain't even a thing if we just dating, because we just dating. Now it gets too serious too fast and the communication is off, then that's it. I'm pretty much done with it. I can walk away and really forget your name. I don't. It's just one of those things.
Right. And some of the don't. So now we're talking. Well, I know y'all was asking about the topic. De Niro, we was talking about do's and don'ts when dating. So we talked about a lot of the do's, but now we're trying to get we talking about don'ts. And my thing, one of the don'ts is, and this applies to men as well as women, don't ask for favors, or ask to borrow borrow money or anything like that too soon. I believe that's
Well,
that's a
ma'am,
big
what is
no.
too soon, ma'am? Ma'am,
For
what is too
me,
soon?
I would say 6 months or less. That's just
Oh,
me.
okay.
What's your too soon? Or are you okay with? Is that's not a don't for you? I mean, I'm just asking.
Um, Normally, I'm telling you, I haven't had this to happen since my last relationship. But it was way too soon, like, weeks in. But I that's kind of, I tread lightly on that because I don't know where a person is, and it will probably end up just being like friend zone, like me trying to help you out to get where you need to be first. And perhaps it could be something because I don't know where you are when, as far as where you are. But yeah, I that definitely is not attractive to me.
It's not. It's not. And I mean, and I feel like if you that comfortable, you just comfortable with, you used to doing this. That's how I feel, you know. And like I said, women may males, and to be honest, like I said, it applies to women and men, because a lot of women feel like it's okay to ask this man for some money. You know what I'm saying? What am I trying to have? No. Oh, sorry. But some men, some women feel like it's okay to ask a man for money, you know what I'm saying? But he shouldn't be asking her for none. But I feel like even for a woman, you know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, a man may be thinking like, dang, like, is she just really, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know what I'm saying, date me because she need, you know, a little some financial help, or, you know what I mean, how long she been in this route, you know what I'm saying? Or just like when a woman, like I said, if a man, I feel like a man, even if you are, you know, going through hard times or whatever, you shouldn't be asking a woman you just met 2 or 3 weeks ago or a month, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, because it's
Yeah,
not going to
where's
be a
your
good
support
look. Because
system?
she don't
Where
be
is your
like,
support system? Yeah.
yeah, she don't be like how long he been in this situation? Is he, you know, like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? She don't know. You know, she don't really know you in 3 weeks, 4 weeks, month, 2 months. You know, she don't really know you. So she like, is this man a user? Or, you know, like I
At
said,
that
to
point,
me,
I probably
it's a turn off for me.
well, at
If
that
man,
point, my mind probably drifting on to something else anyway. Yeah.
he said, if you ask for money, I'm going to give it, but can you reciprocate? But I mean, I'm just saying, I have faith. Have faith. You have to have faith. Faith in what? That he don't, she, what? He or she don't get it together and get out of they. You know what I mean? Because like
I'm not
people,
expecting a man
people,
to be
people
rich.
make this
I'm not
man a
expecting him to
bad.
be rich or anything, but I at least want him to be able to fend for himself, because I'm under the thinking that, you know, really a man needs to get his bearings before he starts to invite him a wife in. And that's just my old school thinking. I know it is because I've been told that, but until you can get your own responsibilities, you know, till you can take care of your own responsibilities, meaning the day-to-day, the necessities of your own life, the necessitudes of your own life. Until then, I think you kind of need to figure that part out financially before you invite someone else in, you know, where you're portraying being the provider or whatever you believe in, because everybody don't believe in a man is the provider and all that. So that's just me personally. But yeah, friendship first. You're right, so that you can tell where they are. Because to me, friendship first. If we did friendship first without, you know, just taking out all the rest of it, I would have a little bit more compassion about the financial part. But I think friendship first means that we're gonna get to where we need to be in order for us to do what we say we want to do, which means everybody getting it together so that we can create this thing that we're trying to have before we go full force into it. And it's going to be one-sided, really. It's going to be one-sided.
What if you have all the money, you're not treated right, and money isn't important to you?
Well, that's true. You know, it's a lot of things got to happen. What he's saying is, you know, you got people that have money, but men or women that have money, but they don't treat you like you should be treated, or treat you with respect because they feel like their money, you know, is a good reason for them to treat you however way, is what he's saying. So, you know, to me, you know, it ain't really about money, because finance don't necessarily mean dollars. You know, finance mean you setting your future up. Finance mean you're comfortable with doing what you do every single day, and then you're ready to incorporate something else. But I mean, just because you got money don't mean you're rich.
Oh, he said no. He's saying that's what I was thinking. He was saying too. The person that has the money is not being treated right. Well, I mean, if you're not being treated right, then I say find you someone that's going to treat you right. Until then, stay single and you don't treat yourself right. You
That's
know,
right.
self-love, self-care. You know, take yourself out, treat yourself on a trip or whatever it is that you want to do. But if a person is not treating you right, then they don't deserve to be with you. They don't deserve your time or anything else. That's just how I feel.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, he
And
said money
then
isn't important to you,
also,
don't have enough of it. No, it's not that. My thing is, I mean, we grown, you know. I mean, so like I said, if a person, even if a person, you know, you was out here dating and you was really kind of like struggling, or you know, you wasn't in a position where you really need to be dating, you know what I'm saying? But still, don't go talk to this lady or this woman and start talking to this guy and you not finance. Even if your finances is messed up, I feel like you still should let that other person know right then. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's something you know you can see yourself getting out of within the next month or two. You know what I'm saying? Because most men, they pride, you know, most men ain't finna let no woman know, especially if he just met her that my finances messed up right now, or I'm struggling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, you should probably try to just get yourself together before you try to date anyway. You know what I'm saying? But even if you're not together, don't be out here, you know, asking women for money, or a woman asking a man for money. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like I said, I know men, most men don't have a problem with giving a woman something. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
it's still not right for a woman to be asking, see, out here got her hand out, asking a man for money every time you look around.
Well, I'm gonna tell you something. This is we in a new day, and I'm telling you, I say it's a new day, but it's been women doing this from the beginning of time. But now I think because it's in music, it's in these shows and stuff like that, the women asking for money off top, and it seems like a lot of these men, they gravitate more towards the women who asking for it off top. I don't know what that's about, but it
Yeah.
seems like they want the women to ask them for it from the beginning, and those are the ones end up, you know, I don't know, it's different now. So I'm thinking, you know, things have changed for, you know, a generation that's come up behind us, and some of them are generations before us. So I guess it just depends on the man or the woman and really what they want. Because I mean, it's some women from day one, you know, they like, listen, if you don't
Yeah.
got no money,
Men
you
say
can't
that.
be dating.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, you know, and some men going for it, you know, but my thing is I don't need a man to finance me. You know, I make
Yeah.
my own money. I'm doing good. I take care of all my, you know, I take care of my own bills, you know, and my children, you know what I'm saying, myself. So I don't need a man to finance. I don't need you for your money. I need you, you know what I'm saying, to um be honest. You know, I'm looking for, you know, I want you, of course I want you to be stable. I want you to be in a position that you're able to handle everything on your own too. That way I know if we ever get to that point where we're coming together, we're both able to, you know, make something, you know what I'm saying, great. So we both bringing something to the table. That's my thing. But I mean, like and like what Alvin said, he don't need a woman for their funds, but he need a woman in his tax bracket, or at least have it together, right? You know, and then she might not be in your tax bracket, but if she able to afford everything that she have and still able to do extra things, then you know, I guess that's okay too, right, Alvin? Because she might not be in your tax bracket. Or sometimes a lot of women make more than a man. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, we still need a man that's responsible. We need a man that's able to handle his responsibility. Because I mean, I know myself, when I look at, you know, look for a mate, I want him to be a leader, you know, led by God, and he has to be a provider. He has to have those qualities and characteristics. That's the one thing I'm not going to. I mean, I'm not going to be in a break on that. He got to be a leader. He got to be a provider. You know.
That's just it. You know, you said what you said, and that's how you feel, and that's what you need for your life. That's just it. So, like he said, I do need my man. I do need my man, but it's more like on an intellectual level, like for companionship and
Yeah.
just to do life with. You know, when it comes to finances, that's a plus because
Yeah.
me personally, call it old school, whatever you want to call it. But I just believe that, you know, that man need to come on and, you know, he need to weave me into his life with what he already got going on. And whatever I bring to the table is just an added bonus. That's the
Right.
way I feel.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how many kids you have, all that stuff. Don't none of that stuff matter. Because if you're already taking care of your responsibilities and you are actually involved in your children's lives and, doing right by your children, just trying to do the right thing, I think that your helpmate or the person that comes into your life can actually add to that and help you to do it better. That's the way I feel. It's just the added bonus on both sides. Are built off of is to be incorporated in somebody's life and become a burden. That's just how I feel about it.
Right. It should never feel like that, like it's a burden. Like I said, when two people
Yeah.
when they're both bringing something to the table, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be great. This is how I feel. Like I said, a lot of women are not looking for a man to finance them. They're looking for companionship. They're looking for somebody to grow and build with. Um, like I said, it's so much more than just money. Money is, of course we gotta have money to do this, do that, of course. That's no doubt about it. But Christopher said money isn't important until you don't have enough of it. Well, if y'all both bring something to the table, money should never be an issue. But
you can bring money to the table and not be able
money,
to have a conversation. Like, if you can't have a conversation, you can have money, but can we talk about anything other than money? Once we see that you got the money, once it's established you got money, but then now you got to be able to do something else. You got to be able to pivot. You got to be able to talk, converse, comfort, produce. You still got to go about life. You still got to create traditions and create things that y'all like to do, learn each other. You got a lot that you have to do, when you're doing life with somebody. So I just feel like, okay, once it's established that, okay, the finances are there, next on to the next thing, because that's not going to comfort me at night. That's not going to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to make me feel like things are good. That's not going to make me feel safe and secure. It's just not.
Right. Yeah, it's more than just money. Like I said, when it comes to, like I said, it's more than money. Because like I said, men with money, some of them, they use that to get women, and then they, be like, oh, she just used me for this. But hey, you put it all out there. You know what I'm saying? So what you expect?
Well, some men use money. Some men use money as a control tool. So yeah, and they use it in an abusive way. And so, it just depends. You just pick up what they putting down, and if you like it, you like it. Some women like that, and if you don't like it, move around.
All right, that's true.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I say, do have fun. Listen, it's no way in the world I'm gonna be dating or in a relationship where I feel uptight and hostile and feel like I'm in some type of shackles.
Right, we can't
have fun. My gosh, you done made it this far. You ought to be smiling from ear to ear and just glad that you can talk to somebody. Hey, how you doing? I used to get in trouble for that all the time. Oh, you too friendly. You just, girl, listen, if you've been through what I've been through, you just glad you woke up.
Right. Yeah. So like I said, yeah, that's how it should be. Like I said, like men, y'all want peace. Women, we want peace too. We don't want no chaos. We want peace. You know what I'm saying? We want somebody. I want somebody I can enjoy, have fun with, laugh with, take trips with, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
Yeah, and if you smell my fart, you just smell it. Like, what are we doing? This is life. We having a lifelong sleepover over here. There's Letitia.
Yeah, she said from experience, money is fine, but as long as our household is taken care of, I'm good. But baby, what that credit looking like? Right. That's true. Right. Like I said, it's not even about the money, because like I said, when two able to bring, come together and make it happen, then it's make it happen. But I do want to be able to, travel and do things. I don't want to just be able to just pay bills and that's it. Like, we can't do nothing. We can't go to dinner. We can't take a trip. I don't want to be in a relationship like that. I want to be able to enjoy the things that I enjoy, by myself. I want to be able to enjoy all the things with my mate as well. But credit is money. You know what I'm saying? Because when you got good credit, you can pretty much get whatever you want. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Be the piece that you want. Don't be expecting something you don't even know what piece is. That's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. You gotta be peaceful. And at the age I am now, I am peaceful. You know what I'm saying? With or without you, I'm gonna be peaceful. I'm gonna be at
And one thing
peace.
about it, you can make so many better decisions and more sound and have a better, sounder judgment when you create the peace that you want. And I like what she said, like you really got to be about it. Like you either gonna do it or you're not. And once you realize what peace really is for you, anything that don't look like that or doesn't resemble that, that didn't come in that way, you really not even attracted to it because I
Yeah.
mean, you can have all the I's dotted and the T's crossed, but if you are chaos, that just demolished every good thing about you to me. It's just, and then some
Yeah.
people, they
That's
don't
true.
seek peace. If you're not seeking peace, and you may be in a chaotic situation, but if you yearn for peace, it's gonna come. But you got to actually, put in the work and try to create that space, and only invite people in that are in that space, or else you're gonna continuously have chaos. And I mean, life is just a blur at that point.
Right. Yeah, I mean it start within, just like happiness. It start with self. It start within. In order for
Yeah,
you to be happy with somebody else, you gotta be happy with yourself. And like I said, for me, I love a peaceful life. I don't have time for no chaos. I'm not gonna argue every day. I'm not gonna do all that. If you want to do all that, that's fine, but you don't do it with me.
say get
I'm gonna
somebody
be
else to
out.
do it.
Right, get somebody else to do it because I'm gonna be out, baby. Be like, dang, it's just a lot of things, a person. I mean, I'm not gonna tolerate, So it just, no,
It's a
I'm not.
non-negotiable. Yeah,
Yep, yep. And you know what? I was talking to this guy. No, he older, and he was just saying like, um, he was like when he meet a woman or whatever, he said he when taking her out, he want to go Dutch. And I was like, first I was like, what? You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I want to go Dutch. He was like, because, he's like, if we become a thing, become exclusive basically, then at that point I gotta, you know what I'm saying? But I was like, it really, that ain't a bad thing. Cause I know men, they do get tired of taking all these women out on dates. And then some of these women knowing they don't like the man from the jump, but they just go out for free meal or free drinks. And I'm like, I don't see a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? Like you going Dutch, on a first date with a person. You know what I'm saying? Because you might not like the person. He might not like you. You might not like him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something he said or, or whatever. Some she said, and you like, no, you know? So I really, I mean, I was like, at first I was just like, what? Go Dutch. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember when I was younger, a guy had asked me about going Dutch. I said, boy, please.
well, I mean, I could see that. I could see it, but the whole thing is just
He said he looking
communicate.
for his wife, though. He don't want to
Well,
be,
just communicate that. And I think
yeah.
probably where he's coming from is he's saying, hey, if we both interested in this date, you know, hey, you show
We
me
pay
you
our way.
interested by you paying for your meal, and I'm gonna pay for my meal, and neither one of us lost anything if we decide we don't, whatever. But I mean, me personally, it don't matter either way. If I have to take care of the bill, if they take care of the bill, but I would much rather um he take care of the bill, because with me, he
Right.
gonna ask me out. I'm gonna express that I want to go out, but I'm gonna be waiting on him to ask me out.
Right, because and some men think like that now. They be like, if the woman asks, then she
Yeah.
should pay. And I be like, no, she just might be asking because hell, it may have been a while since y'all and what I mean, or either y'all haven't been on a date and it been a month, or if y'all haven't been out in a while or whatever. But I don't feel like that she's obligated to pay because she asked. Now, if a woman want to pay, then that's her business. You know what I'm saying? But don't, I mean, men shouldn't be thinking like they're like, well, if she asks, then she should be paying. Like, I don't know. It's just different. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
usually on the first date for me. On the first date for me, I don't want to go on no long drawn out, nowhere, real nice and fancy. I really don't. We can just meet somewhere and walk, grab an ice cream or something, because I don't want to be distracted because I'm getting too full. I can't think straight. I'm having drinks. I can't think straight. Listen, I need you to be sober, me to be sober, so I know on this first date the things I want to know, so I know whether or not I want to go and actually be in public with you at a restaurant that I want to go to. So I'm not gonna make you invest any more than me. If anything, you're gonna have to do a little walking. We're gonna get a few steps in. We might sit down and chat, but I need to know, like, are your teeth clean? Do your breath stink? How you thinking? What do you think this is for? Why do you like me? Why me? What is it you're trying to do? You just trying to have a good time? You trying to, do this for a night? What you trying to do? Because I really want to know from the beginning, because I don't like to go on 1,000 dates and then don't know where I stand. I'm just forward like that because I can be doing other things with my time,
Yeah, I'm not finna. Yeah, we done been out on 5 or 6 dates. I mean, at that point, you obviously liking me, feeling me some. So yeah, and that's the thing about it too. Like, I mean, like, my thing is, I give a man. I mean, like I said, I'm with taking my time, but I feel like like maybe within 3 months, you should let me know where we stand. You know what I'm saying? If you still like, well, let's just continue to take our time. Let's see where it goes. Like, no, you playing. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's fair. I think that's fair because usually 3 months is a season.
Yeah.
It's a season for you to, especially if you spending real time. Now, if in 3 months, if I only see you once or twice in 3 months and we only talking on the phone, well, that could be good too, because if you've conversing on the phone. So I guess it's just different strokes for different folks. But I like to meet with people, just to, first of all, I like to just sit and talk to people and see how they react, like a natural reaction to different things. Because, at this point, they've got a few ways that I might pick up on, and I got a few ways or a few little habits and crazy things that they might pick up on after we've sat down and had some dates or walked around, or how I react in different environments. I can kind of pick up on if you have wandering eyes. I can pick up on if you are ladies, man. I can pick up on if you're overly, attentive to other people, and whether you just kind of figure out what your social standards are. Because me personally, your social profile is really, really important, believe it or not, because I don't want to get with nobody that everyone knows as a killer, or everyone knows as a woman beater, and then all of a sudden I'm out of my mind because I don't know what everybody else knows. Like, I need to know, and when we're in public, people they'll let you know what you got going on.
Yeah, and then you just said one of the don'ts too. Like, when you're out on a date, put that phone down.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't be on your phone sitting here strolling through Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, because that's going to indicate that you're bored. You know what I'm saying? That you're uninterested or you're bored. So,
yeah.
I mean, even if you are, you know what I'm saying, still be
respectful,
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can kind of.
Well, you would think that if it's called a date, they would intentionally know that this is time set aside for a date. I can jump back on my phone.
I'll be in restaurants and see couples or whatever, and they both just on their phone the whole time. I'm just like, why they come out? Like, y'all should just had takeout. Like, why are y'all sitting here when both of y'all literally not paying attention to each other, not even having a conversation? Y'all literally looking down on your phone the whole time. I'd be like, that is so weird to me. You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm out with someone, I'm going to be engaged, you know what I'm saying, with that person. I'm just saying, even if I go to dinner with my female friends, I'm going to, you know what I'm saying, get in my undivided attention and have a conversation. I'm not going to be on my phone looking at. I mean, I feel like it's rude, first of all.
I'm real funny about that. I'm really funny about that with my kids, with my with any
Like,
of
I
my
mean,
people,
somebody
like it's
called me or
like,
something, a text,
why
you
are
know,
we
but
even together if we gonna be on the phone? We could have just chatted on Messenger or sent text messages and went about our way. So I'm really
right.
funny about that. And you know, my time is my time. I'm real funny about my friends too. They know, like, I want their undivided attention. We need to catch up. We about to talk about this. We about to talk about that. What we gonna do? We got to do some planning. I mean, like, yeah, I'm funny about that. So my friends will tell you, girl, you might well tell whoever looking for you that we together. Unless it's an emergency, that means they gonna call my friend's phone. They gonna call somebody else's phone to get my attention if it's an emergency. But
Right.
outside of that, I get to it when I'm done. These are my friends. And you're gonna benefit from me hanging out and having time with my friends. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, that's why I'm like, you know, but yeah, folks do that. Like I said, it's just weird to me just to see people at restaurants just not even engaging with each other. I'm like, why are y'all here? You know what
I
I'm
see
saying? Like
families
I'm
doing
like, that's what I
that.
don't want to be doing, you know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
they was mad and he probably still asked her to say, you know, you want to go out, you know what I'm saying? Probably it could have been there though too, you know, me and try to say, well, you want to eat, you know, a woman like, oh yeah, I want to eat, yeah, I'm hungry. They probably just got into it in the car or something, you know, you never know. But I'm just saying, still, I feel like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. What she
Oh,
say? I
about
can't
everything about, oh
stand
yeah, I don't like that
it.
neither. Yeah, I don't, I had a friend girl
Oh
like that. That was
gosh,
crazy. Every time we
me
went somewhere,
too.
she complained about the food being cold or not this. No. I'm like, you know what? I ain't going nowhere else with you because I mean, I understand sometimes things may not be right, but I'm just not no complainer. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I'm talking about every time you go somewhere, every different restaurant, it's an issue with your food. Like, come on now. It's
I
not
think
the food.
they'll probably pretty much know that my friends, and I know they on here, they pretty much know who that person is because I just stop inviting them.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it. Because you can't get nothing right. I almost want to say, let's just have dinner at your house.
Right. Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly you know
Not
what I'm
a
saying.
whole dinner,
Since
Letitia.
all the restaurant food is too cold or it's too not presentable, you know, whatever the case may be. Like, I mean, every time, like, come on now. It ain't every time it ain't the food. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I know every now and then people may mess up in a restaurant. We all human, but I still don't even I still be chill with that. You know, like I'm not gonna get all outside of my character. I'm not gonna just make no big old scene. I'm not gonna do none of that. You know what I'm saying?
But when most
I'm not
people
trying to
like
get
that,
nothing for
they like
free.
that in their real
I'm not
life.
trying to
Like,
get nothing for free. I'm gonna still pay for my meal. You know,
yeah,
like
most people that are like that, they like that in their real life, and it's draining. Like, it is just
yeah,
like, oh God, not
yeah,
again. So
right, yeah, yeah.
no.
No, no, get somebody else to do it. I'm my thing. Like I said, you got the first time I might let you slap, but if you do that 2 times, it's a wrap. I'm not going back out with you. I'm not.
Valencia, you having some more kids when you meet your Mr. Right?
Girl, no. You know,
I was
sometimes
just
I be having baby
asking.
fever, but I'm like, you know, if I get married, I'm like, girl, no, I'm not. I'm like, I'm gonna be 43 in November. My baby is 12. I am not starting over. That's why I tell me and if you want more kids, then you don't have to look somewhere else, baby. Because I'm not starting over. I'm
So
not.
do you think adoption, like sharing an adopted baby with them, is the same as you starting over? Is it more about
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
is it more about your body, or is it more about, hey, you know, the kid in general? Like, what is it?
My thing, it's not about my body. It's really about, I said I didn't want to raise kids till I'm 60. I want to live life, travel, you know what I'm saying, do all the things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, you know, when my baby turned 18, I'd be 48. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I'm gonna be ready to just travel and do everything that I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I'll be kids free. Like, I can actually get up and be gone for a whole week if I want to. You know what I'm saying? Because my kids grown. You know, like I wouldn't be able to do it. I'm at home, still got a 6, 8, a 10-year-old at home. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no. Get somebody else to do it.
I
All right,
understand totally.
would you, if you get married, would you start over?
No, no, ma'am. Both of my children are grown and in college, and no, ma'am, I'm not starting over. But I will open the door to adoption, because sometimes when you share something like that, it just depends on the people. But I'm one of those people, like, the kids are always at my house. My house is the main place to come. So, like, cousins and all that, I could give you some children for you to care for and send them back. I got plenty of those, little nieces, cousins, all of that. But as far as me starting over, I think the only way I would do that is through adoption, which means, like, there's got to be something like a greater good as to why we're doing it, But other than that, no, I'm definitely not having anymore. But yeah, it's like you say, it's at this point, I mean, enjoying life, and we're still young. I'm 41. But they're having babies all the way up until 60s now, and they're doing surrogacies. I'm not doing any of that.
I mean, shoot, the Brad before 49, she just had a baby, so
I'm so free right now until I don't know what to do with myself sometimes.
You got an empty nest, like you free and you 41, like, yeah, that's the life, like, that's what I'm saying. It's like most of all my friends, their kids are grown already. I'm like, and like I said, the only way that I would care or raise another child is if, if I had to be in a position where I had to adopt, what I'm saying, a child, then yeah, I would, I wouldn't have no problem with it. But as far as me, physically, biologically having any more, no, it is no.
Yeah, I figured I'd ask because I know for some people,
sometimes, like I said, I have thought about it, and then I'd be like, Lindsay, now you said you don't want to raise kids till you 6. So what are you talking about? So but yeah, I know. But it's so many
for some men, like when they get married, they kind of
yes, a lot of men say they want to have kids, even if they may have 2 or 3, or may have 2. Or may have 0. Of course, they want some, but even the men that may have 2 kids, they be like, yeah, I want another one. You know what I'm saying? Or some men may have more than that, and their kids might be grown, and they be like, they want to start over. But yeah, I'm just like...
recently, there's a guy that he was really, really a cool guy, but his baby wasn't 2 yet. And I'm really sensitive about that because I know what that's like. You got a fresh baby at 2, and then the hormones have not settled with the mom, and then the dad is just now getting used to it. They were together enough to have the baby, and they were together years before the baby. And then when the baby comes, I think the hormones and what her body and mind and, her endorphins and all of her, her chemicals in her body may have been off, because we all know what it takes as far as, for a woman to get back to a mental state that makes totally good sense. It's like a year old. And I was telling him, I said, you are a really, really nice guy, but I'd be willing to bet you, if you would just have a little bit of compassion for the mother of your child, that you guys will be perfect, because they were a beautiful couple, and they had been together for a long time. She had children, but she was willing to sacrifice and give him the baby that he wanted. And so he wasn't prepared. Yeah, but he wasn't prepared for the the emotional changes and things that you go through after having a baby, which is the same thing like after having a hysterectomy, but your body goes through changes. And then not only does your body physically go changes, but mentally, emotionally, those things change too. And then you're adding to what she's already going through, because what she thought was stable and secure now is shaky for her. So she's kind of like in fight or flight, because you kind of withdrawn. And do you know that man told me, he told his best friend, he said, something got to be wrong with her, because she pushed me off on my baby mama. And do you know, he called me back. This has been probably about 7-8 months. He called me back and said, you were right. He was like, I'm with my daughter's mom, and I thank you for helping me through that. He was like, because man, I was going through it. I said, yeah. I said, I know what that's like. Because me too, I've been through that. So for me to be able to be a friend in that situation, because I know so many people that would have taken advantage of that situation and said, oh, yeah, I'm gonna get with him because he got a new baby mama and we're gonna go head to head and try to tug and pull at this guy. It's not even worth that. It's not what it's about. Like, I could sense that they were gonna be together. So why would I insert myself in that? I just don't see why. So anywho, that was all I had to say about that. I figured you was gonna say you want to start over. Oh, are you still there? I only see my picture going on and on and on. Okay, we'll wait till she gets back to her show. There is the host. Hey, host.
Hey, girl, I'm so sorry. My phone had went down. Like, damn.
Okay. It wasn't but a second, though. So I got another question, too. So, like, what about a man? Y'all know I'm coming up with these scenarios, but these are scenarios that I be put in. I'm telling y'all, I be in some pickles, honey. So, oh gosh, it went off again. Let me wait. So I'm gonna ask y'all while we on this thing, and we're gonna wait on the host, the gracious host. So what y'all think about rekindling? Rekindling like a young, what was a very young relationship, and then older in life, y'all come back around. It comes back around, and sometimes you don't know if you can trust that they've grown up. And so you kind of skeptical going into it, not giving them the benefit of the doubt that, hey, we both grew up.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm back. I'm plugged in this time.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
So here's the other thing. So what you think about rekindling, like, okay, like a young relationship that you had and it fell apart because y'all were so young and it was just a lot pulling and tugging. It was just too many options. And then you come back full circle, maybe 15 years later, 10 years later, and they come back, and then you kind of are hesitant because you knew the person they were then, and you're not really giving them the chance that they need to really figure out who they are now. How would you handle that?
So somebody used a date, and then 10 years later, y'all reconnect, right?
Right.
And
We reconnect, but you're hesitant on starting back to date these people because the person you knew back then, you're still holding them to the fire of who they used to be instead of trying to learn who they are now.
yeah, I would just say give it a chance, give it a
Yeah.
try, get to know them, because people, they, like I said, they was younger then, so they may have matured now. So hey, give it, give it time. Hey, Alicia, we love you too. So I would say give it a try. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? Because you just never know. You never know.
It's different with like people like that. To me, it's just a lot different. And I know it's a comfort factor there too. But I was telling them, I said, don't be so comfortable with me, that you don't date me. You got to date me, and I want to date you, because at the end of the day, I'm still thinking of you as I knew you then, and you definitely don't know who I am now. Because your girl, your mind will be blown about your girl now. So I want to kind of, it's almost like you show off who you are now to me, and I'm gonna show off who I am now. And even if you don't like who I am now, and if I don't like who you are now, then we still gonna be friends regardless. Because I know all your secrets, you know all mine. We still gonna be friends. But I think that friendship, like somebody like that you have a good friendship with, they kind of gonna trump anybody else out there that might, that don't have that. And you kind of be a little more lenient, and you kind of let them, you kind of give them a little more grace than like somebody fresh. But you don't want them to be too comfortable with you, because you know what you want, and you still stand on what you want, and let them know, hey, this is me now. That's who I used to be. I'm still me. But I need you to learn me now, because we're not the same, and I want to learn who you are now.
Yeah, and sometimes sometimes them be like the best relationships. Somebody, like I said, I just say reintroduce him to the new you.
Oh, that's Alicia. Hey, I was like, who is that?
And set those boundaries, you know what I'm saying? Still, even with him, because even though you've been knowing him, you're comfortable with him, still got to set those boundaries for him. The same apply to him as well. So
don't let up either.
Yeah. And then you'll be, like I said, I know, of course, you'll be more, comfortable with him because you already know him, you know what I'm saying, in that capacity. But, you still got to get to know him again because it's been so long. But you just never know, you might hit it off, and hey, he might be your good thing.
So y'all don't count them out, because some of them, they was just really terrible. Like this one, he was real terrible, girl, and I didn't even know no better because I never dated nobody before. He was terrible. I'm talking about terrible. But I said, you know what? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. So we're gonna see how it roll out. We're gonna see.
Yeah. He probably grew up now, you know what I'm saying, and realized, like, dang, I made some foolish mistakes when I was young. I was just doing, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, it's okay, because I feel like, like a lot of my relationships when I was younger, like they was great guys. Like, I know a few was potential husbands, it's just like we was young and we didn't have didn't have breakup because of cheating or nothing like that. It's just we was young, and because one guy, I'm like, I really should have stayed with him. Like I should have, I know we would have been married and everything, because I'm like, I broke up with him because I feel like he was spending too much time with his friends than me.
Where he at though?
He married now, so yeah.
Oh, okay. Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, friend.
But if he was single, then we would have been together.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So sometimes it's like that. You think says she thinks she'll be single forever. Yeah, I always said that. I've been saying it for a long time. My husband is not here in Arkansas. I'll be saying that. I don't know. You know what I'm saying?
But I tell you what, that might mean you might need to relocate yourself. You better pray on that, because if you know he ain't here, you just hear it's dry bones. It's dead. This dead dry bones around here. If you know that he's not here, you got to position yourself for your next, honey. It's time to go.
Right.
Yeah. Time up. You just got to float on out of here, pray about it, and go where he sends you so you can get your next.
Right. Yep.
I tell you.
At least you won't be single forever, girl. You won't be single. You just be patient. He coming. He don't find you. Even if he ain't from here, he might move here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
From another state. You know what I'm saying? But
it's coming. I promise you, it's coming, honey. Even if it's not a husband, it might be a husband might come back, honey. It might be anybody. It's people that we don't even know that are getting together that would have never seen themselves together. And sometimes it's just a mere reevaluation and us really thinking about what we really, really want for ourselves, and not what the world tells us that we should want.
Right. That's true. Like I said, he very well could be here. Just maybe haven't,
Yeah.
And you know, and when y'all say position yourself, and that's another thing I was going to say is like go places, go places where you may meet a potential mate. Like so like me personally, I don't date men from the club. It's just my personal thing because I'm not saying that everybody goes to the club to meet people because it's not everybody objective. If it is, that's fine. But I don't like meeting men from the club because I'm like, yeah, I may not want to go out no more when you want to still be in the club every weekend and I can't compete with the clubs. So that's my thing on that as far as dating men from the club. But I'm like, you can go to places, position yourself. You can go to places like coffee shops, sports events, you know what I'm saying? You can meet, different men of a different type of caliber. You know what I'm saying? You go to hotel bars, you just go to different type of, you know what I'm saying?
Do
Different
what
type of
you
life.
like to do. If you just walking
Yeah.
in if you
Yeah.
walking in who you really are or who you want to be,
Yeah.
then just do that. And just do that. And whether he comes from that or whether he might be affiliated with that, or maybe he might stumble upon you on your way to doing that, just do you. Just do you. That's it.
Right. I mean, yeah, and do me go to the events that you like going to. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah, you just never you just never know where you may meet your person. You know what I'm saying? But sometimes I'm just saying sometimes we gotta step outside our comfort zone and stop going to the what I'm saying, to the same places. Because I mean, of course, just say if you're in the house all the time, you never go nowhere, how you expect to meet somebody? I'm
Maybe he
just saying
gonna knock at the
though.
door and be
I
delivering
mean,
your Amazon package or
boy, I mean,
something.
because and then another don't marry men. Don't get off these day naps. You know what I'm saying?
Houseway, houseway,
Get off
houseway.
the day naps.
Girl,
They ain't getting single people have anything.
about a dating app, honey. We not about to talk about dating app.
Oh, he said your soulmate don't be your type. Live your life and they will appear, but you gotta live like you ain't never been hurt.
I
Yeah, I
know
mean,
that's right. I like
yeah,
him. That's good.
yeah,
That's what I'm talking about. You
yeah.
can't
That
dwell on
is
the
good.
past because then you don't make room for your future. You have to let that go. Shake it off.
Yeah, that's true.
Shake
And see, that's
back.
the thing about it. Like, people talking my type. I hear a lot of women say all the time, "Oh, I think, he's not my type." And I'm just like, "What is your type?" You know what I'm saying? What a no good man? You know what I'm saying? Or, you know what I mean? You started dealing with the same type of man. You know what I'm saying? Because oh, he too short, or he too this, or he too that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I ain't saying don't have no preference or like what you like. Now I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying though, like sometimes we can overlook, what I'm saying, some good men because of whatever what we're not used to. You know what I'm saying? Or having these types. You know what I'm saying?
I done ran a few good men off, honey.
Yeah,
Just if
we
I'm
all
being
have.
honest, I know I have ran a few good men off simply because I didn't know who I was, and they basically were challenging me. Who are you? And I didn't know who I was at that point. So yeah, I say ran a few good men off, but I didn't even give
Yeah,
them a chance. So
we all have.
what's for me is for me. If they what they say, if they circle back, then we gonna see. If not, hey, that just is what it is. I take it for the team, but I know me, and I know where I'm at right now, and it's really a freeing feeling when you really can get to know yourself and just be content with where you are and what you're doing, and just really go for your goals. And I mean, people that I meet, because I went on a drought where, I mean, it was probably 4 or 5 years nobody even asked me for my phone number, and I was like, girl, what is going on? I must have a scarlet letter on me or something. But I tell you what, I had to switch up my environment. I had to switch up the people that I was associated with, and really stop drinking the poison and really just kind of detoxing myself. And from there, all different type of people I started being around different type of people, because the other type of people, that really didn't find me interesting anymore, and I didn't have anything to give. And so I was of no use to them anymore. But I really feel like when you just really embrace who you are and don't think about, oh, I don't have a dude, or I want one so bad, I think you take away from it, because when he comes, I mean, you beat yourself up so much, you ain't got no energy to enjoy them. So just
Right.
live like what?
Right. Yeah. I mean, don't just sit in your life around him. I mean, he'll come when he comes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's not nothing I just think about every day. Like, no. And Leisha, yeah, he won the one. I mean, if he felt like he was too invested in your kids and didn't have enough time for him, then he won the one because
No, he
I mean, you
wasn't.
want a mother to, pour into her kids and spend this quality time with them. I mean, I know it's a balance, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, no, you're not gonna tell me that I'm investing too much time with my kids. You know what I'm saying? Because my kids are my top priority. You gonna come third, probably. You know what I'm saying? Maybe fourth. You know.
But that don't mean that was that a deal breaker for you, Leisha? Because that don't mean that y'all can't have a like real communication and really talk about what it was that turned him off about you being too invested. Because it could be a workaround as far as you just time management. Like
Yeah.
he might still be the one. Don't rule him out because going back is not a bad thing when you going back is not a thing you can't work out. So like your kids getting older, it ain't gonna last forever, and he knows that. But you have to explain, hey, this is a very important time for me to be there like I am with my kids, and I need you to be there side by side beside me, and I need you to support me. But on the flip side, yeah, I can put forth a better effort to create some time for us,
Yeah.
and really, get them where I need them to be so that we can spend that time together. But hey, it depends on the type of your, what age your kids are, what type of attention they require, because all kids are different. And if they not the one, they just not the one. Like, yeah.
He said it was a deal breaker for him. Wow. I mean, that's kind of selfish of him. I mean, because like I said, it's a balance, you know what I'm saying? You find that balance. Hey, I'm gonna spend time with my kids and do this with my kids, but I'm gonna have, a day or two set aside so I can, spend with him, or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, come on now. I don't know. Well, if he said it was a deal breaker, then, bye, Hopefully maybe he'll realize and come back around, hopefully if it ain't too late for him.
Don't hold your breath, honey. Keep lifing.
Right. Keep moving. Oh,
Life
man.
goes
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, your kids do need you.
Yep. Honey, they still need you even after all of that. Because I
They
needed my
grown.
parents. Look, I needed my parents, and they were 40. I was 40 when they went on. So hey, these kids, they kids, but they need you less as far as time and attention as they get older, but they still need you as parents. And then to me, if a person is not really sensitive to being a parent or wanting to be a parent or willing to be a parent or in their parent space, and you have children, I can't see that being any compatibility because you're going to always have children. It's just never going to be a time when you're not going to have children.
Right.
Because if you birth them and they're still living, you have children. And God forbid they're not living. Sometimes it's even more of a burden when they're not here. So I can't even yoke with somebody who don't, I just can't. I don't know how
Right.
to put
Right.
that.
I understand. Yeah, because some people can't understand it, especially when they don't have kids. They can't understand what it's like, to be a parent and being, there for your kids and your kids being active and you involved in their life. They can't understand it, but it's just like, if you can't understand it, if you don't want to come into my world, accept what I got going on, again, leave me alone. Goodbye. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't stop. You know what I'm saying? It ain't finna stop for you.
No,
I'm a mother. I'm a mother before I'm anything else.
Yeah, I'm not gonna forsake my children.
Right.
For a man.
Neglect my kids for no man. Like, no, never did.
Not doing it. No.
Oh, he don't have kids.
Oh well, there it is.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, because what I said. That's why I don't really want to date a man that don't have kids because, like I said, they'll never just really understand me. And they say they do, but they really don't.
Yeah,
You
the
know,
mindset be totally it be opposite.
yeah. Like I said, but you can really meet. I mean, you can meet a man that don't have kids and really want to be there for you and your kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he gotta step into his role. You know, me and my kids are total package. You know what I'm saying? So you want me, you gotta be. You don't want to be a part of my kids' life as well. And if you don't want that, then bye. Because some men do just want the woman and don't want the kids. Well, you ain't the man for me. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll total package over here, baby. So.
Oh, I just feel like, it's a catch-22 around here. It's like, I mean, we either got to be Young Miami, Cardi B, or what? I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. She said, I halfway don't want one with kids. Ha! She out of there. You out
I
of
mean,
there.
but still, they want without kids, they don't want you to have one. I'm like, yeah, nah.
And then some of them with
I'm
kids, they
42.
got more luggage. I mean, my God, it ain't even accepted on the plane, child. They say, I don't know. I don't know. I guess everybody has their own individual situation. You figure out whether you can juggle it or not. That's the way I feel.
Right.
But yeah, that was good. I enjoyed that.
But yeah, that was good. Talking about the do's and don'ts. Yeah, of
So
dating.
how soon is too soon to start tripping with them? Like going on trips
Oh, trips. Really? I mean, I don't think it's no certain time for that. You know what I'm saying?
with
I don't think it's
boundaries.
a certain time frame for that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if it's somebody you don't know, you never met, you just meeting them, you don't know nothing about them, I would say, maybe about a month. You know what I'm saying? But if it's somebody you've been knowing and y'all may have never dated, but you do know them because y'all used to work together, but school together. I mean, I guess it all depends on how comfortable you are with them. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but I don't think it's a certain time on taking a trip. You know what I'm saying? So.
So I was watching this little I guess it was just like a little TikTok or something like that where the guy was saying he was putting us up on game. He said, "Peep game." He said uh the best thing they could have ever done is came out with all these TikToks and memes and these women talking about they want to get flown out and they want to go on these trips. Because they was like, a man, once he get on a trip, he gonna book one room and he gonna be expecting her to do something.
That's why you had that conversation. Like if you're going, I mean, unless he, saying was clear and said, hey, I'm gonna book your room for you to stay. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stay at my house. I know I just met you. So, I mean, if you going to meet somebody, just say you met somebody online and you going flying to a different state, then yeah, you need to get your own room. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know this person. You don't know what he capable of, this and this and that. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't trust that. You know what I'm saying? Like for real. But so I'm like I said, like far as that's different. You know what I'm saying? I'm not because yeah, you ain't finna stay in no room with me. I don't know you. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what you capable of. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know you well enough for that. You know what I'm saying? And even if you want to stay in the same hotel, you get 2 rooms. You know what I'm saying? But like, no, because yeah, of course he don't want to. And like I said, you can set expectations up front, like, hey, you ain't getting it. Because I know that happened to a woman. This guy flew her out, and he got her a room, this and that. And because she wouldn't give him none, then he canceled her flight. You know what I'm saying? Her return flight. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just like,
Oh,
yeah.
she got stuck there.
Yeah, but see, that's why you got to have your own money, so you make sure in the event that a man, because I mean, you could have been talking to him for a whole year and he did some stuff like that. You decide to go see him. You know what I'm saying? A year later, after you really didn't, got to know him and talking to him for this long. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, just have your money. You know what I'm saying? Just have your standby. Have you you know what I'm saying? Have you another option if in case of a person do some stuff like that? Hey, it's cool. I can fly myself back. You know what I'm saying? Like, But yeah, I mean, it's crazy for somebody to even do somebody like this because you shouldn't be expecting anything. Just because you flying somebody out somewhere don't mean you should be expecting anything. It's just like if a woman, I mean, even if she was driving to you, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't be expecting anything, you know? I mean, especially like I said, that's why women, you just got to ask those questions like, hey, I'm willing to come there, or if he coming to your way, you know what I'm saying? He get a hotel, you know what I'm saying? You decide to go to I come up there and visit, but I'm not staying the night. I'm not sleeping with you. You got to just let a person know up front. You know what I'm saying? And if they be on some other stuff, even after you done been up front with them, then that's on them. But yeah, you just definitely you gotta be cautious and careful. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, definitely.
Yeah, I think a friendship. I really got to feel like it's a friendship that I done tested a little while for us to go somewhere. And when I mean go somewhere, I'm buying my own room because I don't want it to be in your name for you to get a key because then my privacy is in your hands. So I want my own. I'll get my own room.
Right, yeah, you can do that too. You can choose to do that too. I'll make my own reservations of
And
this
most of the
that
time, they
way.
don't even know where I'm staying. I'm not going to stay at the same hotel as them. I'll book my own. And then wherever we say that we're going to be, we're going to get an itinerary. Wherever we say that we're going to meet up or where we're going to be, that's what we're going to be. And I roll like that on trips, especially when I'm on trips with the opposite sex. If it's people that I'm in the same arena with, and it's just like that for me.
Yeah, and like Letitia said, not all men, because she said she went on the on a few first date trips and was in the same room and nothing happened, and they had a good time. I mean, I know it all, like I said, it all depends on the person because I mean, I done been on trips, stayed in the same room, didn't do nothing. The man didn't try nothing. Like I said, it all depends on the person. You know what I'm saying?
Leisha,
Like,
you need to write a book. When I say you need to write a book, you need to come with a catchy title and write that book, girl. Everybody buying it. Cause when I say this some real stuff that be happening and people don't believe it, they think it's just people just make this stuff up and put on like TikTok and stuff. This is real stuff that's happening.
yeah,
And we
folks go
will
on the trips
read
all the
it.
time. Like I said, it all depends on the individual and the person, their maturity. You know what I'm saying? Not every man is going to try to, but some men will. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but it's just
Yeah.
like if you meet somebody locally. You know what I mean? Y'all can be talking for a couple of months, and you decide that you want to go to his place or invite him to yours. He might try to on the first. You know what I'm saying? Time. You know what I'm saying? But that's not every man. You know what I'm saying? It all depends. Like I said, it all depends on their intentions. You know what I'm saying? Because some
How soon
some
do you invite them to your to meet your kids?
mm, I feel like I really, normally I used to be like wait 6 months to a year, but I'm just like I really want to see how you are around them or how they, what I'm saying, react to you. So I don't feel like, wait no extended amount of time. You know what I'm saying? Um or whatever. You know what I'm
So
saying?
when
Just
you introduce them, are y'all usually like at a place that's open where y'all may be sitting at a bar together and the kids have other things to do? They meet them all by the way, or is it formal? Or do you invite them into your home for the first time when they meet them in they safe space? Like, how do you do it?
I mean, it could be either or, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
far as if like of course if you see me out somewhere, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna come speak to you, then it may just be by coincidence, you know what I'm saying? Not really formal, like I'm introducing you to my kids, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
Like, like that. But I feel like if we're dating exclusively and and I'm comfortable with you being around my kids, but you're still not gonna be around them like that. You know what I'm saying? But far as them, saying knowing who you are, yeah, if we get to that point, like I feel like we exclusive or we, you know, what I'm saying, going somewhere, then yeah. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, no. If we're just still getting to know each other, this and that, no. Because I mean, you might not even be around, so I'm gonna introduce you to them. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. Well, everybody is different because you know how your kids, who your kids are. If you got bad kids, please just don't date until you can get your kids together. Okay, I'm just saying, like, mm-mm.
You said what?
I mean, you can be perfect in every way, and your kids running all over you. They don't know how to talk. They're not mannerable. They don't apply respect. And you just basically, they make you feel bad every time you're doing anything for yourself. To me, I just have to just go out. And then you're going to ask me, why'd you leave? And say, I just can't. I'm not going to even have a conversation because at that point, you can't have a conversation with folks about their kids because they don't see what you see.
Yeah, that's true. And they be like, then they be offensive and be defensive, whatever. Like, yeah, nobody got time for that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, who wants to tell a parent something bad about their kid? Like, yeah,
I mean,
that
but if
kid
it's
you've
true,
been raising for the last 6 years is really, a rotten brat. I don't know how you're getting along every day, but don't invite me into that foolery.
right? I mean, yeah. No, I mean, yeah, I don't want to be around disrespectful kids, because my kids not disrespectful. So
Okay, now Letitia, you talking about something now? Yes, ma'am.
You so crazy on that. Girl,
Mm-hmm.
you crazy. Try with a
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, but like, yeah. I'm like, ooh, I'm cramping. Like, girl, you a mess. I'm gonna try with a pack.
You talking about something now, honey, and red lipstick. It always helps. Now, my mama taught me that. I agree, Shay. Yep. And I've always been that way. It's just really, really weird. Literally, even when we say we're gonna be exclusive, even at that point, I kind of limit how much time you are around my kids, simply because
Mm-hmm.
I want them to be able to form their own way that they feel about you. I don't push off how I feel about that person on my kids. I want them to really have an organic feeling about about who that person is. And then I want them to see them in different settings. 9 times out of 10, if it's somebody I'm dating, they're active doing something, they're doing something. So in me supporting them, I may take my children to support them, and then they see them in different facets, and that may also help to show them some things I don't see, in a good way or a bad way. But then it also allows them to see them in different light, other than, oh, that's mom's friend. Okay, they see them in a bunch of different lights, and that helps people to open up. Instead of, almost, if I bring them into our safe space, which is our home, where it's just me and them, and then I'm bringing in someone into our safe space, it's almost like they're forced to speak to them. They're forced to, entertain them, because where else are they going to go?
Right.
You know what I mean? So,
well, let's say in a room or something. But yeah, I mean, but that's the thing about it. Like I said, I still wouldn't. I mean, even like just like I said, even if we are exclusive within the first 6 months, you're still not going to be around my kids like that. You know what I'm saying? Because typically I'm going to go to your place. So far as you coming to my place like that, it's not going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to typically go to your place. So you're not going to be around my kids like that anyway.
And hopefully the man will understand that. Yeah, hopefully the man will understand that. And usually the man will take the lead on that. Yeah. And hopefully the man will take the lead on that, especially knowing, you like Mama Bear with your cubs. And the last thing a man wants you to feel most of the time is to feel, for them to feel in any way, that they are being just that, coming over, trying to take over, or trying to take their mom from them or whatever, because y'all's private time, they may not be ready for their private time.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But like I said, these days, you just got to really know people anyway.
Yep.
Because these folks crazy. But yeah, like, I
I
mean,
don't like I do not like to date people who are just so freaking serious until they cannot have fun. I don't know
no,
how they getting along in life around here. I mean, just
no.
everything's so serious all the time. It's like lighten up, breathe deep for a second, close your eyes, stay in the shower until the heat get in your lungs. Oh my God.
Yeah, some
Turn
people
a
just,
flip, go
some people
outside and
just bored.
scream.
Some people are
Anything.
just like that, you know?
Woo!
Some people are just like that.
Girl. I
Yeah.
don't know. I just, man, if they just experience just a little taste of freedom, life is not that bad, yo.
And I ain't
It's not. We out here living.
got to. That's the only thing to keep you going.
Yep, yep. Okay, then. There's somebody saying hello. Marvastine Nichols. I think that's the way you said it.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, I mean, things happen like that because women leaving. Like I wouldn't dare. I mean, even if I'm with somebody, you not being left with my kids or nothing like that. Like, so I ain't worried about nothing like that happening to my like.
Yeah, that's a no, girl.
Like,
Woo.
no, some of these women just get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you're not staying here while I'm gone, or nah, we ain't doing none of that. You know what I'm saying? Unless
No,
we,
that's
unless we
way too
together
much.
and living together or something like that. But other than that, and I mean, at that point, I gotta really know you and trust you. You know what I'm saying? To even be cohabitating with you. But I ain't gotta worry about that. I ain't worried about that because I ain't no boyfriend finna be left with my kids anyway. Like I said, I don't even really want you around mine like that. You know what I'm saying? Even if we are dating, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to your place or we'll go out on our dates and I'll see you later, whatever. But no, I ain't worried about that. But women do got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? Because boys not safe. Just like, of course, girls never been safe, but even boys not safe no more, So you
True.
just have to know who you're dating, period. You know what I'm saying?
I'm with you on that, Shay. Yes. Backgrounds. I'm talking about federal backgrounds and state backgrounds because some things show up and some things do not. You got to do both. Go on and make that investment and do it. And it's okay to get character references. I say that to anybody. You can call if they say they work at such and such. It's okay to call that place and say that you're an employer and you wanted to call and get a reference. You were checking out a reference just to see. Just to see.
Yeah. Yeah. You definitely got to be careful and be safe. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to that, though. But like I said, but if you're just dating, then it should just be that anyway. Shouldn't be no
Yeah.
introduction to no kids anyway. I know not in no family friendly place nowhere. We're just dating. That's just what it is. I meet my kids. I ain't trying to meet yours. I mean, I'm just being real.
You bringing them to the family reunion or what?
No, unless we together and we've been rocking for a minute. But other than that, no.
Mm-hmm.
You ain't meet no family neither. My parents, nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, unless it's just a coincidence. You know what I'm saying?
Girl, you'll look up and he'll be there with the cousin, child. Like, hold up, wait a minute.
Would that be something, Lord? That would be something. Like I ain't trying to introduce to the family yet, and then he end up pulling up because he know, boy. I'd be like, oh my god. But yeah, but no. Like I said, if you just date somebody, don't introduce them to your kid. Just let it be what it is. But like I said, if if y'all trying to, become exclusive, and you really, know about the person and been spending a lot of time with them and get to know them and what they like, what I'm saying, then definitely, it's okay.
And
But
one
like,
other
but like,
dude.
like Steve Harvey said, don't wait no year to introduce a man to your kids because you know what I'm saying. I mean, because you just never know. You know what I'm
You
saying. And like
don't
you said,
know.
kids can sense things that you may not. You've been rocking with this man for a whole year, and then you introduce your kids, and then y'all broke up.
Sure, right.
So, yeah.
Bring 100% of yourself every single time. Don't be tipping on the water wondering if I'm gonna put in 100 and you're not gonna do it till I do it. Just listen, put forth the effort, and if you don't get it back, then at least you know you put in the effort and you deserve someone that will too. But if you halfway coming and they halfway coming, then y'all can't expect nothing more. Can't expect nothing more. So go ahead and put your best foot forward. You know, while you dating, you just got to be willing to take an L and keep it moving. Not the burning bush. Birth certificate.
Girl, you is crazy. I'm after God, let Jesus come in my dreams with vision through a burning bush. Girl, you so crazy.
Girl, time to go to bed, Lord. We get
I know, right? What is you talking about, girl? I know that. You know, like, I mean, but you know, that's just. I mean, but you know, a lot of people a lot of people are looking for love. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are out here dating. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, ain't nothing wrong with it. That's how you get to know a person. That's how you get to, you know what I'm saying? You vet for what you want. So it's nothing wrong with dating, you know? And
honey, I'm a hopeless romantic. So honey, I'm always gonna think the best that
just these married people, men and women, stay out the pool. You know, y'all already taken. So let the single women and single men mingle. You know what I'm saying? Y'all stay out the pool. It's not y'all time.
Speaking of which, we got a single cruise coming up in February, so y'all stay tuned to that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. Yeah,
sounds fun.
And don't stay single just because the cruise coming up. If you find you a boo, if you find a boo, babe, husband, or whoever, y'all can go on the trip together. But for those of us who are single and don't really, you know, have that, then we going on there to put forth our Sunday best so we can see what's out here on the water in the bigger pool than this little dating pool around here every day that somebody done peed in.
Right, that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because these, it's crazy out here. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you be like, I said, but I mean, people don't understand when women say, like, I don't want to date. I'm just okay being single. Like, being single is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? It's not a bad thing. It's, you know, and like I said, and sometimes it's even better. You know what I'm saying? Because you just don't have to worry about all the stress and drama that a lot of these people are going through. You know, you don't have to worry about, and I'm not saying that everybody is a cheater, but you don't have to worry about just just everything, a lot of stuff that comes with it, you know. Wondering if he's doing this or if he's doing that, or
you're gonna find you
or not being available, you know what I'm saying, emotionally. You know, I mean, it's just a lot of stuff you don't have to. Like I said, being single is not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's not a bad thing at all. So don't ever think that, you know, don't ever let anyone tell you that being single is a bad thing and you should, you know, get married. And then, I mean, because you know, marriage is not for everybody.
You know? And honestly, everybody is not going to be with somebody. Everybody not going to have a life partner. Everybody is not. That's not what the cutout. That's not the make for their life, you know. And so we may long for something that's not even ours. So, but once we keep growing, we'll figure it out. But I was going to say something. I was about to say, you know, never mistake somebody else's man for yours. And I'm going to leave it right where it's at. Until his woman is gone and he is officially single. Don't mistake them not being together or him being out by himself all the time as him being single.
Right,
Okay.
a lot of men be about all about themselves all the time and
The
still got
burden
no
of
white
proof,
on.
the burden of proof lies on him or you to go ahead and be single now. You either single or you're not. It's no in between, huh?
Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be playing that game. I mean, if you marry, you marry. You know what I'm saying? And if you're still trying to do whatever you trying to do and you married, then you should let the woman or the man know up front. You know, just be honest. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Yeah. And yeah,
I'm
and
just
yeah, we know, yeah, being yes, yeah, cheating ain't the only thing. Yeah, it can be a lot of things, you know what I'm saying, that like I said, like lack of communication, accountability, financial. Yeah, I mean it's a long list of things, that you
yeah.
don't have to worry about dealing with. You know what I'm saying? When
Yeah. Just
because
having a man around is not good enough. When he's
yeah,
around, but then he's absent, to me, that's a form of
yeah. If you just
neglect for me. And I
yeah, like if you
agree.
so busy working, but you never have no time for me, I don't want that neither. I don't want to feel like I'm married and I still feel like I'm a single mom or a single woman because you're so busy doing, or like I don't want to still have to go to church by myself every Sunday. I don't want to have to do everything I mean, I don't want to have to do everything
I mean, even
by
just sitting
myself.
down having dinner could fix a whole
Yeah.
lot of holes
Yeah.
that happen to be with time. Just intentionally carving out things that will work for your relationship. Because
Hmm.
there's some men, they working 16 hours a day, but they don't let a day go by that they don't sit there and have dinner, because that opens up time for communication. When you eat together, you're able to catch up with each other on how your day went, what you may need from me, what we got coming up, just to catch up. And then you go, it's just different for everybody. Just, you got to know your person.
Hey,
Just know your person.
put it up.
Be willing to get to know your person.
Right.
That's it.
Right. That's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's that part. All
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I
But a
just want
man
my
pro
person. That's it.
he
That's it.
sound crazy. I asked him, can you go to the courthouse right now and marry me? If they stutter, slow down, so acting confused, he already married. Girl, you is crazy,
She
girl.
out of
You
there. We need
is
to put her on
crazy.
a
Oh my
comedy show,
God.
honey.
Girl, you is a mess.
She be clowning.
You
She
is
said
a
he
mess.
already married. Oh,
Yeah, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, pillow talk. Yeah, that's cool too.
yeah. Pillow talk is always real good, especially when y'all are comfortable and you can just kind of lay it all out there, and then you're both relaxing and resting. So yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
that's a good time. That's a good time. Like I say, yeah, you just gotta have whatever time, you gotta make it. Because like I said, if you're always too busy, then that's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
you gotta create and make time. Like you said, whether it's sitting down at the dinner table, when you go to bed at night, you're talking, you know what I mean? You gotta make that time. Yeah.
that's right. And if that's just communicating with y'all. And if one date night a month is good for y'all, that's good for y'all. Don't
Yeah.
y'all let
Yeah.
no TikTok and no Instagram post tell y'all that you got to have a date night every week, and you got to have it. It got to be so many hours long. Just get away from all that. Like,
Folks need to
create
stop.
your own relationship.
Right. Create your own happiness there too. And I don't understand why folks really be on TikTok and other social media platforms really living their life or trying to do things that people doing in a relationship.
Well, no, I think this age is very, very. I mean, you can sway them one way or the other, and if you got enough likes and you got the right faces and people that look like they successful, then they want to mimic what they see, so they feel like that same thing that's happening to them can happen to them too. So I'm just saying, like, you can't allow, because some of that stuff is just for likes, and some of that stuff is those people don't even believe they posting it because they trying to be monetized. So you can't put all your trust in just people posting, because everybody is not an expert.
Right.
Everybody is posting as if they're expert. In this day and age on social media, there are no prerequisites. So anybody can post anything, and if it sounds good, it's going viral, and people are gonna do it. And it may not even make sense to them, but because everyone else is doing it, first of all, that's a weak mind. But because everybody else is doing it, now you're influenced by what everybody else is doing, and then you lose a good thing because that person is not. They're not even trying to hear what the internet's saying. They're trying to figure out what you saying.
Right. Yeah. Now, like I said, that's crazy. I mean, like, yeah. I mean, I know society has messed up a lot of people. They want to be like this couple. They want to do this. They want to be you. You know what I'm saying?
And
Be
it's
your
okay to
authentic
have
self.
examples. It's okay to
Yeah,
have
it's okay. But I'm
examples.
just saying, but some people just like, I mean, half of
Yeah.
these people, I be like, who y'all? Who is that? Who is that? I don't keep up with no celebrities. I don't keep up with, you know what I'm saying? I don't be keeping up with nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
I mean, but some people, they live for that. They want to live their life like that. I'm like,
and some people, they watch people. They watch people so much until they pattern their lives after every single thing they do it just like. You see it reenacted. That's why you see like one thing hit the internet, then you see it a million other times because they're trying to reenact it to the T, all the way down to the color pillows that they have on a picnic. And it's some things in there that you cannot mimic. Guess what? You can't mimic a vibe. You can't mimic, you got to have a conversation. I mean, it make it look good, but then you got to have the substance. So if you bringing nothing but an airhead and, you don't know what to do next, always cute, but what are we doing here? We just sitting here. Right. You got to have more than that. Like, I don't know what better way to say it.
Yeah, that's true, Shay. She said, create your own walk in your relationship or marriage. Happiness comes with individuality. Fill your own cup and your mate adds to it. And in marriage, sometimes your cup get love and your partner come with some to pour in. That's true.
There you go. Yeah.
And that's how it should be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so many people just trying to be like everybody else. And I'm just like, it's sad. You know what I'm saying?
They're missing the mark because now you're trying to be like somebody else.
But I mean, I don't want to be like none of them because it just so much drama and chaos. Like, who want to be like this? Like, like.
Yeah, you can pull some good things that you want to try, or that, hey, that would be a good trip to take, or blah, blah, blah. But then, I mean, for you to go play by play, you pause and to make sure you got it the right way. Like, what are we doing here? You trying to dress this man like Jeezy and he got a Fat Joe body. You cannot do that.
Oh, Lord.
Just stop and take the time instead of trying to do a cheat sheet.
And some people, like I said, just like don't want to, it just, I don't know. It's just sad,
Yeah.
Folks just try to be, I guess, like they say, be with the in crowd or, be with the, I don't know. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool.
Well, shout out to all the people. Shout out to all the single people who standing their ground. Shout out to all the single people that's dating. Matter of fact, shout out to all those who have been dating. Y'all getting ready to tie the knot or make it exclusive. Those that are married, shout out to you guys. And those who didn't know if they were going to start over but decided to jump on in the dating pool, shout out to y'all too. Because everybody out here trying to get something.
Right. It's enough love out here for everybody. Right. So, yeah.
That's right.
Right. So we're wishing you nothing but love, peace, and happiness,
Whoop, whoop.
That's what it's all about, and my thing is, just like I said, take your time when you date, be open, keep your options open, because sometimes we can be like, oh, yeah, we vibing good. Keep them options open until a man make it his intentions clear and say, hey, I want you to be my woman, or let's be exclusive. Let's, then keep your options open. You know what I'm saying? Until then, you know what I'm saying? Have fun, be safe. All that,
Yep. What you said.
Shout out to love and real happiness. Yeah. Love and real happiness. Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
I like the saying that, when they say abs are made in the kitchen.
Abs are made in the kitchen?
Yeah, you know how they say abs are made in the kitchen. So basically, you got to go inside in the kitchen and whip up some stuff and prepare stuff in order for you to get the result that you need for you to look a certain way outside. So my thing is this: we got to go in, we got to start cooking it up and doing that inside work so that we can look like what we want to look like on the outside. It's the same way with a relationship. Like we gonna get some ingredients that don't taste right in it. Let's try something else. So if you do that and you try to grow, while you in the incubator on the inside, by the time it's time for you to come out with whatever you're trying to come out with and show the world, because the world gonna see anyway whether you done put together some mess or you done put together a masterpiece. Like, just work on what you're working on with your person and your little family, your little cubby hole, and get that together and make sure everything working on all four cylinders, and the rest is history.
Yeah.
That's it. And give people space to be themselves individually too. Because if they can't grow individually, they're going to be stunted, and you're going to get tired of the person that you met because you're not allowing them the chance to grow as an individual. They're going to be stuck. The growth is going to be just where you met them. So if you give them room to breathe and space to grow as an individual, it can't do nothing but get better, I don't think.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
All right, girl, I'm about to get ready to get up out of here because it's
yes, girl. I know. I gotta get up at 5:30. So 5:30.
What 5:30, girl?
Yeah, I hit it at 6 o'clock, so I gotta get up.
Okay, then. I like your braids.
Thank you. But thanks for joining me tonight on Wind Down Wednesday with Vitamin C. The topic been great. We had a good talk tonight.
We did.
You guys tune in next Wednesday at 8:30 Central Standard Time. And also make sure you like and my Wind Down with Wednesdays Vitamin C page on Facebook and also on YouTube. I'm streaming live on YouTube as well. Wind Down Wednesdays with Vitamin C. So make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. And thanks again for tuning in. And you guys have a good night. And remember, live, love, and laugh. Have a good night.